Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Travis, and today we're going to be listening to Fear and Loathing and Las Vegas crossover. Now, I reacted to another song of theirs before, and I was kind of a little bit on the fence. You know, one of the singers had like kind of a auto-tune like sound, and that is kind of a new thing to me, so I wasn't exactly sure how to feel about it. But I figured I would revisit the band just because I want to listen to them more, kind of explore more of their music, try to understand more of their sound. This is a song that was recommended, so I mean, I'm just go off a recommendation. So let's get into it. Dude, I know you can't cuss in I think it's the first minute, but what the fuck? I like this a lot, dude. I think in the first one, I think it was like Let Me Hear that I reacted to. I mentioned that this guy, the guy with the black hair, I mentioned that I liked his sound because that's kind of a sound I'm kind of familiar with, and the other guy, this guy had kind of like an auto tune, and that's the sound I'm like kind of like standoffish with, so I was kind of on the fence. And so that's probably why this song was recommended. But I didn't know he could do that as well, man. I did not know he could kind of scream like the black haired guy as well. And I like that a lot, dude. The very beginning instantaneously made me think of like Chelsea Grin. And then there was one part of the song for like 10 seconds that made me think of Suicide Silence, You Only Live Once, with just like the sound of the guitar and the drums and stuff. So it really kind of made me think of like bands that I kind of listened to while in high school. But dude, I like this song a lot, actually. I really do. This, to me, I like this way more than Let Me Hear. This is more my sound. I dig this a lot, actually. That was awesome. That was, see, this is a much better. I'm glad I revisited this band just because I understand, like, with kind of the auto-tune kind of sound, like stuff that is like foreign to you, you tend to, or different, you tend to be standoffish with, but I felt like I should. I mean, obviously this doesn't have it, but I'm glad I revisited this band because if I listened to this song right off the back, I would be like, dude, this band's a freaking amazing. I mean, they are, but yeah, this I gravitate towards this more. I like this actually. Road stretches to all directions, north, east, south, and west. It goes on and forever, simple but yet complicated. Tangles and untangles, life is like a walkway. It goes awfully smooth sometimes, but goes tough. Just like how a road goes up and down, right and left. So I think generally speaking that life has all these different directions. That become a doctor, you could become a lawyer, you could become a dentist, you can, work on computers. Like, you have all these different directions. North takes you to college, east takes you to trade school, south takes you to straight into the work field. You can take all these different paths in life. It goes on and on forever. There's no limitations to what you can do. You can become a doctor, and then you can think, okay, well, now I want to become a lawyer, and then I want to do this. There's no limitations that you set yourself on. For as long as you're alive, you always have the opportunity to go further and further, do different things. It's all up to you. Simple but yet complicated. Tangles and untangles. In simplistic terms, you can say, okay, well, maybe I want to become a veterinarian, so, I got to go to school for however many years, and then I'm a vet. In simplistic terms, that seems simple, but it's yet complicated because you realize, okay, well, that's a lot of schooling, that's a lot of studying, that's a lot of money investment, and it complicates things because, okay, now you need the money to support it, so then you got to work a job. Now you don't really have any time. It's just things kind of compile on one another, and it makes things a lot more complicated than what it really is. Life is like a walkway. It goes awfully smooth sometimes, but it goes tough. Just like how your road goes up and down, right and left. That is just saying sometimes things go easy, sometimes they don't. You caught up on bills, right? Life, you're like, finally I can breathe. Oh, but then all of a sudden, your car engine dies. Oh, there's a bill, and now you're in debt again. So it's like, sometimes, you have these highs of life, where things are actually going right, and then all of a sudden, oh, a relative passes away, and things get complicated again. You know what I mean? Life goes on in different directions, stretches perfectly straight, crosses over in time to time. Signals guide us what to do and not to, but there aren't signals in our life. It's up to us to discover as an individual man what is right and wrong in course of life. Okay, so I think generally what this is encompassing is that there is no guide, there is no blueprint to life. It's all up to you to discover it as an individual. It's all up to you to discover what it is you want in life, who are the right, who are the wrong people to hang around, surround yourself with. And sometimes a lot of these lessons in life are lessons hard learned. There is nothing called shortcuts in our life. It's the small steps that pile up and make us better men. Yeah, there is no shortcuts. It's all about building blocks. When I think about trying to put it as an example, I think about somebody trying to lose weight, for example. The building blocks, for example, are, okay, getting over just starting. Just start once a week. Just wake up and just go. As long as you go to the gym, you don't have to go crazy, but as long as you go to the gym and you put in some effort, that's just the starting point. It's all a starting point. And starting is the biggest thing. And then you start having the confidence in yourself. You start going, you start realizing that all this insecurity or anxiety that I may be having about myself, it's not so bad. I'm doing it. I've done it for a month. Okay, let me try twice a week. And then you start going, you start seeing the changes in yourself, you start building confidence, and it's all about those building blocks, for example. You can walk towards left, right, or straight. You can walk anywhere, anytime, but not backwards. Yeah, you can go anywhere in life. That's the amazing thing about life. There are very limited limitations. Unfortunately, when I think of limitations, I think of like financial limitations. But generally, life is your oyster. You're only limited by your mindset and your desire to achieve something. And it's saying just don't. You can go anywhere, do anything, anytime. Just never go backwards. Never not go anywhere, or never recede to your old self. If you better yourself, for example, if you start going to the gym and you start getting in shape, don't ever let yourself go backwards and then become the same you were before going to the gym, where you're uncomfortable in your own skin again, stuff like that. So on a crossroad, we tend to bump into each other. Fight, fight, fight with many people. Laps, laps, laps over many roads. Just keep walking. If you don't stop, someday we will achieve what we've aimed. Take the upcoming chance. So we go. I'm kind of trying to understand. We tend to bump into each other. Fight, fight, fight with many people. When I think of like fight with many people, I think of maybe those people that try to pull you in other directions than the direction you want. Like if you wanted to become like a veterinarian or something, or if you wanted to become like a teacher, people might say, okay, well, being a teacher is a good cause, but it doesn't pay the bills. You should go into nursing, or you should go into cybersecurity. Maybe that's what I think of when people bump into each other, fight with many people. I think of other people that try to pull you in a different direction. You could think about school teachers, for example. That's probably what I think of most. Is teachers are always saying, "Oh, well, if you don't get good grades, you won't go to college." So in that sense, you feel like, okay, I have to get good grades because I have to be able to go to college and get a good college, so on and so forth. But honestly, sometimes trade schools and working with your hands is just, people would rather learn skills rather than book knowledge or stuff like that. So just keep walking. If you don't stop, we will achieve what we've aimed. Take care. Take the upcoming chance. Just keep going. Eventually, as long as you keep working towards something, at some point you are going to achieve it. Now, as I said earlier, there's no shortcuts in life. If you work towards it, you're not going to achieve your dream instantaneous. You're not going to get instant gratification. This is something that you might have to work a lifetime towards. But as long as this is something you're passionate about, this is something you want to do, as long as you keep working towards it and keep taking baby steps, those building blocks to life, as long as you keep doing that, eventually you're going to reach that mountain that you keep climbing and you're going to achieve it. So life and road in many ways, interacting with each other, laughing, fighting, and crying. We cross over. I like this song. Generally, what I think the song's encompassing is that life is your oyster. Life is whatever you make it. You're not limited mostly by anything. You're only limited by your own mindset, by your own desire, by your own willpower to achieve something. You can do anything. You can go anywhere in life. As long as you just don't revert back and go backwards in life, that's all that matters. Keep taking baby steps. It could just be personal growth. It could be growth in the work field. It could be growth in education. It could be anything. Anything that betters your life or gets you closer to where you want to be, work towards that. Just never go back, never recede, never give up. Just keep working towards what you want to achieve, and eventually you're going to achieve it. I like this song. This song is uplifting. This song is empowering, I guess would be the word for it. So it's got a really good message, and it's got a message that can correlate to most things in life, and that we can, in some aspect, relate to. We can put this to use in something that we're working towards. So I do like this song a lot, actually. Yeah, this is a much different sound. I like this song more than the first song that I reacted to. This is more my style when it comes to this band. So this band, yeah, I like this. Great recommendation. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Recommend other Fear and Loathing songs. I definitely want to revisit this band again. Maybe I'll get used to more of the auto-tune sound if you guys recommend, the singer doing that kind of like auto-tune kind of sound. Maybe I want to familiarize myself with that a little bit more, so maybe recommend me one of their songs that have that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, I'll see you guys in the next song. Later.